Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Azika Hanindita, and I would like to tell you an Indonesian legend called Timun Mas or the Golden Cucumber. This story teaches us about love, courage, and never giving up. So, long time ago, there was an old woman named Mbok Srini. She lived in a small village. Even though she worked hard every day, she always felt lonely because she didn't have a child. Every night, she prayed and wished for a son or daughter. One day, a giant named Buto Ijo appeared in front of her. The giant said, I can help you. I will give you a child. But when the child turns 17 years old, you must give the child back to me. Mbok Srini was shocked and afraid, but she wanted a child so much that she finally agreed. The giant gave her a magical cucumber seed. Mbok Srini planted them in her garden. After several months, a large cucumber grew. When she opened it, she found a beautiful baby girl inside. She named the baby Timun Mas, which means golden cucumber. Timun Mas grew into a smart, kind, and beautiful girl. Mbok Srini loved her so much and raised her with great love and care. They lived happily together for many years, and time passed quickly. When Timun Mas was almost 17 years old, Mbok Srini remembered her promise with Buto Ijo. She became very worried because she didn't want to lose her beloved daughter. She come into the wise hermit and asking for help. The hermit gave her 4 small bags, and each bag contained magical object. There is cucumber seed, and then needles, salt, and shrimp paste. The hermit said, "Give these bags for Timun Mas. When the giant chased her, she had to throw these things, and they will protect her from the giant." Not long after that, the giant returned. The Buto Ijo returned, and he demanded that Mbok Srini hand over Timun Mas. Instead, Mbok Srini told Timun Mas to run away as fast as she could. The giant became very angry and ran after her. His footsteps shook the ground. When the giant got closer, Timun Mas threw the first bags. The cucumber seed fell into the ground and suddenly became a large cucumber field. The giant had to push through thousands of cucumber vines, and it slowed him down. But because he's very strong, he could escape and continue chasing her. Timun Mas threw the second bag. The needles turned into a thick bamboo forest with sharp leaves and strong stems. The giant got scratched and hurt, but she kept chasing her. Soon, the giant got close again. Timun Mas threw the third bag. The salt turned into a white sea. The giant struggled to cross the water, but because he was strong, he finally reached the other side. Timun Mas was almost out of hope, and finally, she threw the last bag. The shrimp paste became a large swamp filled with deep mud. When the giant stepped into the mud, he slowly sank deeper and deeper. He tried to escape, but the mud was too strong. In the end, Buto Ijo disappeared forever. Timun Mas was safely returned home, but Srini hugged her tightly and they cried with happiness. And from that day, they finally lived together peacefully and had never to fear about the giant again. This story teaches us that love gives us strength, courage helps us um, overcome fear, and kindness will always be rewarded. And also remind us, even though the problem seems very big, we should never give up because there is always hope. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the story of Timun Mas, and thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.